Join me as I dive into the science behind why our fingers go pruny in water and see if I can keep my hands submerged for 30 minutes while figuring it all out. This topic is both fascinating and scientifically significant, and I'm excited to explore it with you. Many of us have experienced that weird, wrinkly sensation on our fingers after spending too much time in the water. You know, like when you've been swimming or taking a long bath and your fingers start to look like they've been shrunk in the wash. It's such a common experience, yet it's still pretty mysterious. Have you ever stopped to think about why this happens? Your fingers just start to look all pruny and wrinkly, and it's like your skin is trying to tell you something. The question is, what's behind this strange phenomenon? The experience of getting pruny fingers is so universal that it's hard not to wonder what's going on beneath the surface. Are our fingers somehow absorbing too much water? Is it a sign of something more serious going on in our bodies? The more you think about it, the more intriguing it becomes. You start to notice it happening every time you're in the water for an extended period, and you can't help but feel a little curious about the science behind it. Our bodies are made up of some pretty amazing systems, and the way we react to water is definitely one of them. When we're exposed to water for a long time, our skin starts to absorb it, and that's when things get interesting. The science behind pruny fingers is actually pretty cool, and it has to do with the way our skin and nervous system work together. The human body is incredibly complex, and the way it responds to its environment is just one of the many things that make it so fascinating. So, what exactly happens when our fingers start to get all pruny? It turns out that our skin is playing a big role in this process. The outer layer of our skin is made up of dead cells, and when it gets wet, those cells start to absorb water and swell up. This swelling causes the skin to shrink and wrinkle, giving it that pruny appearance. The science behind pruny fingers is really all about how our bodies adapt to their environment. When our skin gets wet, the outer layer of dead cells absorbs water and swells up, causing the skin to shrink and wrinkle. This process is made possible by the nervous system, which helps our skin to react to its surroundings. The nervous system is like a messaging system that helps our bodies respond to different stimuli, and in this case, it's helping our skin to adapt to the water.
The nervous system plays a crucial role in this process, sending signals to our skin to help it respond to the water. This response is all about helping our bodies to function effectively in different environments. So, when our skin gets wet, the nervous system helps it to adapt by changing its texture and appearance. This adaptation is what gives our fingers that pruny look. And it's a pretty clever mechanism. But what's the point of all this? Why do our fingers go pruny in the first place? It turns out that this phenomenon has an evolutionary advantage. When our fingers are wrinkled and pruny, they're actually better able to grip things in wet conditions. This is because the wrinkles on our fingers create a larger surface area, giving us more traction and control. This evolutionary advantage is really important because it helps us to survive and thrive in different environments. When our fingers are pruny, we're better able to grasp and manipulate objects, even when they're wet or slippery. This is especially useful in situations where we need to be able to grip things securely, like when we're climbing or swimming. The grip provided by pruny fingers is really quite impressive, and it's something that we often take for granted. But next time you're in the water, take a closer look at your fingers and see how they're able to grasp and manipulate objects with ease. It's a pretty cool phenomenon, and it's all thanks to the way our bodies adapt to their environment. In conclusion, the science behind pruny fingers is really all about how our bodies adapt to their environment. Our skin and nervous system work together to help us respond to different stimuli, and this response is what gives our fingers that pruny look. Don't forget to share your own experiences with pruny fingers in the comments below, and be sure to check out